Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to a daily video Devo, and I am standing in front of the studios of KSCO, where recently I had the opportunity to serve as the co-host of the Off the Lip radio program just for 1 week with the regular host Neil Perlberg, and I had a chance to interview famous former NFL quarterback Ryan Leaf. Ryan is going to be at Twin Lakes Church tonight at 7 p.m. as the keynote speaker as part of our mental health conference this weekend. I would encourage you to come on out. If you have young people, bring them out. If you know somebody struggling with addiction, bring them out. Somebody who's into pro sports, bring them out to hear Ryan Leaf share his story of how he flamed out as an NFL quarterback because of mental illness and drug addiction to opiates and painkillers. And then he actually went to prison, but it was in prison that he hit bottom. And as he puts it, his higher power found him in the form of his cellmate, who turned his life around and taught him that value in life does not come from serving your own ego, but from serving others. And Ryan now has completely turned his life around. He's actually engaged to a woman from Santa Cruz. And he has a radio show about the Pac-12. He calls Pac-12 football games on the radio. Again, he'll be at Twin Lakes Church live tonight. Hope you can make it. But I bring this up in the Daily Devo because what Ryan has experienced in his life is a great example of Romans 8:28, where it says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who are the called according to his purpose. And that last line's important, according to his purpose. God doesn't always work out all things for good according to our strategies and our ideas. It's according to his purpose. Some horrible mistake we may have made even in our lives, or some horrible tragedy we may have experienced, or some immaturity we may have displayed, like very publicly Ryan Leaf did with his flame out from the NFL and his substance abuse. God is going to use it for good. Now, as Ryan shares his story of recovery, it motivates, encourages, and inspires people who hear his story. And likewise, you and I can be sure that even when we make mistakes, even when we've shown immaturity, even those things, God has a much bigger plan than we have, and he's going to use them for good. That's a comfort, and it can also help us develop patience in our lives, because it can remind us, as we saw last weekend, that there's a bigger chess game. We only see squares right in front of us, but God sees the bigger chess game. I hope that encourages you as you go through your day. I know you're going to have a great day today, and I hope to see you tonight at Twin Lakes Church at 7 p.m. as we continue our mental health conference this weekend.